What makes Diamonds Direct special and unique? It's our own 4 C's. The first C, concept. Diamonds Direct has revolutionized jewelry shopping by eliminating middleman markups and giving you direct access to the world's finest diamonds straight from the diamond cutters. The second C, choice. Diamonds Direct's multi-million-dollar selection of precious diamonds is unparalleled, and with over 4,000 designer settings to choose from, you are empowered to make a decision that works for your style and taste. The third C, confidence. With a nationwide price guarantee, free lifetime warranty, our unique 110% diamond upgrade policy, and our no-pressure, no-risk environment, you have total peace of mind. And the fourth C, community. Every year we partner with local charities and nonprofits with significant donations of time, money, and jewelry to make this a better place for everyone. Diamonds Direct, as unique, special, and rare as every diamond in our showcase.
Off Town Center Parkway, just left of the Hyatt.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
For the best price and service when it comes to your waste hauling and collecting, look no further than the A-Team at All-American Roll-Off and Recycling. Jeff Prosser here, and let me tell you, you're not going to find an easier way to handle your project cleanups than calling in the A-Team at All-American. A J.B. Coxwell company, All-American Roll-Off and Recycling has brand new trucks and cans in all sizes to fit your project needs. No hidden fees. Count on the best price in town. When it comes to cleaning up when the job is done, go with the A-Team at All-American Roll-Off and Recycling. Visit us at all-americanrolloff.com.
Hacker here for Blue Chew and BlueChew.com. Gentlemen, have you lost confidence when it comes to the bedroom? Well, it can happen to the best of us, right? Well, let me fill you in on something that will get your confidence back, and that's Blue Chew. What is Blue Chew? Well, Blue Chew is the first chewable performance enhancement for the bedroom. And the great thing about chewables, they can work up to twice as fast than regular pills. Guys, at BlueChew.com, your online physician consult is absolutely free. It only takes a few minutes to connect with a BlueChew.com affiliated physician. And if you qualify, you get prescribed online quickly. One of the best parts, no trips to the doctor or the pharmacy. That's because Blue Chew is sent directly to your front door in discreet packaging. Gentlemen, go to BlueChew.com, enter promo code JAX. That's JAX. When you do that, your first order of Blue Chew is free with only $5 shipping. Trust me, gentlemen. Go to BlueChew.com, enter promo code JAX, that's JAX, and get your confidence back. And get it back with Blue Chew.
Oh, Prosser here. What do you do when you want the best? You turn to the pros, right? What's the best football? Pro football. Well, I got your all-weather plumbing pros. They're at Fenwick Plumbing. Their roster unbeatable. Listen up, October's here. It's time you tackle that leaky faucet, that running toilet. Maybe it's a dripping pipe for you. Fenwick Plumbing says this is your month to banish all your plumbing problems. And by the way, take $50 off any plumbing repair when you call those pros. Fenwick's fully licensed expert team today. They'll bring over 50 years of trusted, highly rated plumbing know-how. They'll bring it right into your home, and they'll also bring everything they need to get the job done right and right away. Plus, they back their work with an outstanding 30-day warranty, so your home is covered and comfortable. It's a win, baby. But there's one catch. To lock in your $50 savings from Fenwick's team, you must call by October 31st. Mention me, Jeff Prosser, when you call 660-0556 or visit FenwickPlumbing.com.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here, and I want to know, are your drafty windows letting all that cool air right back outside? Will they protect your home from Florida's unpredictable weather? If not, then it's time for the peace of mind that comes only with Pella Windows and Doors. Pella offers durable wood, fiberglass, and vinyl products in various styles and designs to best complement your home. So visit the Pella of Jacksonville showroom on Phillips Highway next to Tesla, or find them at PellaJax.com. That's Pella Windows and Doors at PellaJax.com.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update brought to you by Best Bet. I'm Taylor Dahl for 1010XL. CBS created a cumulative grading for the next generation of quarterbacks who are playing currently. Gardner Minshew tops the list with the highest grade, receiving an A- for last week's performance and a B overall, making sense considering Minshew is now considered for his fourth appearance in the Rookie of the Week honors. This is in just 5 weeks of play. And Tampa Bay Rays able to force a Game 5 elimination for the division series versus the Astros as star pitcher Justin Verlander falls flat after allowing 7 hits and 4 runs. He was pulled in the 3rd inning. The Rays able to come in strong offensively after scoring 3 runs in the first, ultimately leading to a 4-1 victory over Houston. Game 5 is tomorrow at 7. Winner goes on to play the Yankees in the ALCS. The 75 degrees at 7:59. Time and temp are brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
All right, welcome back. Top of the hour, 8 a.m. Good morning, Jacksonville. We're getting ready for a big weekend of football around here. We've got the Gators and LSU, FSU and Clemson. In fact, our drill poll question today presented by Lockett Law DUI and Criminal Defense. Know before you blow, call Lee Lockett. 858-9818. Which underdog has the best chance of winning? 55% are picking the Gators over LSU. No surprise. On my Twitter poll, 33% Texas over Oklahoma, 9% like the Noles, and 3% like South Carolina over Georgia. I was looking at some past Florida LSU games. You forget some of the cool things that have happened in that series. I know that freshman Chris Leak went down there with a 3-3 Florida football team and
10-7 or
Ron
something.
Zook and beat them 19-7, and LSU's only lost that entire season. They were coached by a guy named Saban, and they went on to win a Natty in 2003.
I was surprised to see the narrative coming out of LSU this week from the players is that Florida is their biggest rival.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I don't know
kind
if
of goes back and forth.
Does LSU have a?
It's got to be Bama. LSU and Bama.
Yeah, it's hard, Dan, to have a rival you're not their rival.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Bama's Auburn.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that they're I know these things fluctuate. Gator fan knows that at times it's Tennessee, times it's Georgia, times it's FSU.
It's everybody.
Yeah. Putting it in that example, though. But those players over there and the fan base, I read a column in an article where they defined what makes a great rivalry, and then they applied those definitions to this series and then came to the conclusion that, right now Florida's LSU's biggest rival. Been a lot of emotion stirred up the last 3 or 4 years. That helps.
Yeah, the 06 game had the jump pass with Tebow, so there was that. We've got Sparky had his fake field goal for a win.
Oh, that was the night that they fumbled 5 times and got them all. I mean, the ball's bouncing all over. They got every break that night.
Yeah, they had the 5 for 5. Was it 5 for 5?
That's what I'm thinking of, actually.
4th down ones with Jacob Hester.
They beat number 1 Florida 28-21, didn't they?
Beat number 1 Florida when Dougie Johnson was there.
Fred Taylor. They did. Steve wouldn't give Fred Taylor the ball enough. In fact, it was that game that Spurrier changed the offense, started giving it to Fred Taylor like 25, 30 times a game. It made Fred Taylor a lot of money and the Jacksonville Jaguars a lot of wins.
And I think as well that the visiting team has won a bunch more than normal.
It's always been that way,
like 9 of the last 18, I think 9 times the visitors won.
I'll give you another Florida LSU key moment. And I remember this especially because I was in school. I had just gotten into broadcasting. Maybe we're covering this story. But Galen Hall got fired coming back from LSU.
Yeah, he did.
And Arden Krzyzewski that was another upset. Florida won like 16-13, 13-10, something like that. Slid one through in the final moments at
I wanted to get
Baton Rouge.
I went back and looked just to try to remember the particulars around the Hurricane game, where Florida ended up going to Baton Rouge. The game was postponed.
LSU wouldn't come back to Florida to play.
The game was postponed because of the hurricane, whatever.
This was Michael, I think, or Matthew, one of the two.
And so they ended up bickering about it for a while. And then finally, I think the commissioner stepped in, and the agreement was, all right, we'll do 2 in Gainesville after this, but we got to go back to Baton Rouge.
The irony of all.
Florida went down there, and that was the goal line stand game, 16-10.
And you know what the irony of all that is? The way it worked? The irony is that the home team, quote-unquote, won all 3 games. Florida went to Baton Rouge and won what was supposed to be a home game. And then the next year was supposed to be an away game that they played at home, and Florida lost. And then last year, Florida, the designated home team again, they won.
Yeah. And they also had a 99-yard touchdown pass in that game.
That's so weird.
Austin Appleby to Tyree Cleveland.
Shows you how weird this series is, how weird it is that the road team, the home team doesn't even win when it's the home team.
Yeah.
Like they won twice as home teams on the road,
Yeah.
each team.
Yeah. Florida's won 2 of the last 3. LSU's won 4 of the last 6. So
It's really close overall, like 33-29. It's 11-10 since the 2000s.
yeah. So it'll be. I think it'll be a good game down there in Baton Rouge.
Oh,
Everybody thinks this LSU offense is great, and it has been. I would suggest to you the level of competition has had something to do with that, and that includes the, Pac-12 defense they faced, which aren't generally thought of as being very good.
Yeah.
So, yes, they're averaging better than 50 points a game, which is great, but they're averaging better than 50 points a game against Georgia Southern and Northwestern State and Utah State and Vanderbilt. So
I think that's an advantage for Florida. It's always a little bit stark when, it's like that young quarterback who plays so good in college, and when you get to the NFL and it's like a jump up in speed and talent and ability, and that for sure, and this is no disrespect to the teams that LSU has played, and I'm not saying Florida is, the Tampa Bay Bucks, but when you compare the Gators and what they're going to bring to the field Saturday to the opponent so far, it's night and day.
the Richard Fain game, another Clay County Gator reminded me against Tommy Hodson.
What about the hit on Kenshin?
Two pick sixes? Richard Fain?
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
No, he did. Yeah, I know he had 2 picks. I don't know if they were both pick sixes, but yeah, that was like 85 or 6. That's way
Richard
back.
Fain. I wonder what he's doing today.
I don't know.
Richard Fain.
Good college
Was he a
corner.
Fort Myers? Wasn't he supposed to be like a Dion guy or?
He was from Fort Myers area, Port
Yeah.
Charlotte, one of those down there. You're right. He was. Yeah, may went to. Yeah, played against Dion in high school. I think you're right.
If I remember correctly.
I had a good buddy in college who played for Port Charlotte High School, and he'll die with the biggest sporting accomplishment of his life. He sacked Deion Sanders in a high school game. Of course,
beautiful.
Deion's team won like 70-0.
That's like our buddy Cush either tackled Clinton Portis or
Okay,
something.
well, you get credit. That's
yeah.
good.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Fain played college football for the Gators, played professionally for the Bengals, Cardinals, and Chicago Bears. Born in Fort Myers, went to North Fort Myers High School. Yeah, so.
How many? Does it say how many years in the league?
87 to 90. No, he was in the NFL 6th-round pick, 91, 92, 93.
So he bounced around. Never really
I don't
found
think
it. Never really found his footing.
No.
Well, we'll find out today just what the back specialist said, I guess, when Doug Marrone meets the media.
Yes.
I mean,
We may find out before then.
Yeah.
Shut down.
It's time to shut him down. Put
Shut him down.
Put him on IR. Listen, and a loss in all the Jalen Ramsey stuff, it does stink that, you have a guy, maybe your best defender, he's not playing. I don't think that the Jags season has been affected, wins or losses on the field, by Jalen's absence yet. Do you?
No, his presence affected the wins and losses.
His presence?
Yes, when he played.
Yeah, that's correct.
No, they're a better team with Jalen Ramsey on the field.
No doubt.
But, yeah, so.
You're not going to have him forever. You're not going to ever have him again, actually. He's never going to play for the Jaguars again.
Well,
so
yeah, you
get
wouldn't
used
think.
to it.
You wouldn't think.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked if he comes back. And
I'd be shocked if they sign him. And, here's what happens, Dan. The longer this thing protracts, the more bad will festers in.
Oh, yeah.
You can. If you're the Jaguars and you've drafted and developed and paid a guy contractually what you're supposed to do the whole way, you can only take so much of getting, flipped off from the other side of the fence.
Sure.
So
I get it. But, yeah, we should know something today on his availability and what the
Well, we
Jags
know
are
the
gonna
back's
do.
not so bad that the specialist didn't have to fly to Jacksonville. I mean, I'm a little leery of a really serious back injury when you keep getting on a flight and flying. I mean, I know, we're old men. We have back issues from here to there. Flying on a plane is probably not the best recourse.
Yeah. Art Briles. Old Art Briles.
Isn't he coaching somewhere?
He's coaching high school, but even at the high school level, he just can't help it. Looks like they're going to have to forfeit a couple games for using ineligible players.
Already?
Faces the possibility of forfeiting up to 5 games after a district executive committee ruled unanimously Tuesday 2 players were ineligible. It was a 6-0 vote, confirmed by 2 superintendents. Art, you can't use ineligible players. The players were ruled to have moved into the district for athletic purposes. Oh, they still do that out there? Just have free agency like we do here in Jacksonville. Go wherever you want to go. Play wherever you want to play. It's all good.
Yeah, that ship sailed in the state of Florida.
Yeah.
We don't mess with that anymore. I saw the RPI.
Remember the old days when they used to sit there and say, hey, he's moving in the district, staying with his aunt.
Well, I mean, Tim Tebow just being homeschooled, it was a controversy.
Yeah.
You know, that he didn't live in it. Now that's no big deal at all, right?
Right.
Oh, goodness, I forget what I was about to say.
RPI.
Yeah, I'm glad that came out. That clears everything up. Like, that's not the most convoluted, completely unintelligible system ever.
What's that?
Well, the high school, as
high school? Yeah.
has gone to RPI.
Oh, don't even start.
And so now today's the first day that they released, the RPI. Feel free to explain it, or
you can't.
I mean, it's just
You
ridiculous.
can't explain it. They're trying.
Okay, here's what here's the
They
flaw.
can't do it.
Here's the flaw in the RPI, Dan. The RPI, technically, this is high school football. They don't do districts and champions anymore because that was so unfair. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Anyway, which is, by the way, put them in districts, keep them there for 20 years, and let's play ball.
That's all we got to do.
How hard is it?
I don't know.
What made it so hard is they change them all up every year because this school suddenly has 100 more people.
Because a 0-10 team suddenly in the playoffs and a 4-6
Well,
team
let me
isn't.
tell you what's happened
What do we
here.
do?
They've set officially the RPI. I think I have this much down. Is your winning percentage is a third of it. Your opponent's winning percentage is a third of it, and your opponent's winning percentage is a third of it. What happens, Dan, when 10 teams decide to play 10 good teams?
Yeah.
Like Trinity, who you think, well, they're playing a real tough schedule, they'll be fine. Well, maybe they won't be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, their RPI is like 0.55. Bartram's is 0.75. And I know they're not in the same class.
Yeah.
It just seems, it seems like in trying to be complex and fair, you've really just thrown it more to chance. I mean, if I play Episcopal and they're 8-1, but they're really just, they're not a power team, and I don't mean to use them as an example, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There are going to be some teams around town that go 7-1. They're not great teams. So here's Trinity, but what if Trinity and Booker T and what if they all just played each other in a round robin? There's going to be a few of them that are 3-7 and be told they're no good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the RPI just don't. Hey, FHSAA, you guys, just when I think you can't be any worse, you are.
One more note before we get to what's trending. Shots fired. That Oakland sports situation out there is a mess, huh?
Okay, what happened?
Well, the Raiders are moving, and now the A's are threatening to go to Vegas and basically been endorsed by the mayor by the commissioner. Oakland mayor confirmed Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred warned city officials that the Athletics could relocate to Vegas if the city didn't drop its lawsuit to stop the county from selling its share of the Coliseum to the team. You follow?
Not really. I got to be honest. I tuned you out when you started telling me about the Oakland dynamic.
Yeah. The A's don't want to get – Major League Baseball doesn't want their team getting sued by the city that they live in.
I got
Which
you.
kind of makes sense.
Sure.
Oakland and Alameda County share ownership of the Coliseum, and the city wants Alameda County to sell its half of the stadium to the city instead of to the A's. The San Francisco Chronicle reports the city can't match the A's offer of $85 million for the venue. I don't know what to tell you. Looks like they're in sort of a problem out there. But you got Major League Baseball you think is healthy, but you got the Rays, threatening to move. You got Oakland with problems.
I think it's time for Major League Baseball to say baseball in Tampa failed. We were wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't ride the emotion of getting congratulations, Rays fan. You found the stadium. Apparently, you finally used MapQuest. But it takes the playoff elimination before you go.
The point is, if you can get there for that game, why can't you get there for other
Of course
games?
you can. We made the point yesterday. I went to Atlanta this year with my kids.
Boys get angry when we start.
I went to Atlanta
talking
this
about
year with
the
my
Rays.
kids. The people next to us were from Birmingham, Dan, and the people over there from Sparta, South Carolina. I mean, there are people that drive to some franchise. St. Louis, you think St. Louis, they all come from, under the arch. They come from all over the Midwest. Our Rays are not followed. It's failed. It's failed terribly. And they should, if you play in Florida, and I know people complain, if the building and the location are a problem, then baseball would fix it. I think that's just an excuse. I think baseball knows we could go across the bay to Tampa. We could build a beautiful new open-air facility, and in 3 years, there's going to be 8,000 people here, just like there are at the Marlins. Beautiful facility in a better location.
Yeah. Let's see what's trending on Twitter with social media expert Steve Butte.
It's the Tap 5 at 8. Visit brewswithaz.beer.
I have one beefer that I'd like to
Danny, then
throw
by
in
all
there.
means, the floor is yours.
Number
If
5.
you don't mind.
Absolutely. Be my guest.
As you know,
Put our service to the test.
As you know, I'm a huge fan of the hit TV show The Bachelor.
A big fan.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
And
Some would call you a BAF.
yes, and as you may or may not know, the filming for the next season is going on. And The Bachelor himself is Pilot Pete this time around.
Pilot Pete apparently is like a millionaire, I saw.
Is he? Well, Pilot Pete, though, has been disfigured.
Listen, well, Flyboys, by the way, don't have the best reputation for gentlemanly courtship. Let's put it that way.
They're filming down there in Costa Rica, and Pilot Pete has been disfigured.
What does that mean?
He's grotesque now.
I don't believe this.
There's
Oh,
been
here
an
it comes.
accident.
What, do you have a pimple? Pilot
No,
Pete get
no,
a pimple?
He had surgery. According to Radar Online.
Tell me this terrible.
Pilot Pete was out on a golf date.
One of the girls?
When he tripped stepping onto a cart and split his face open on 2 cocktail glasses.
Well, by the way.
Taken to a nearby hospital, underwent emergency surgery, Pros.
That's the golf god saying, don't play golf with your girlfriend. It's getaway day, okay? That's the time to get out. You don't. That's a treehouse better left. Guys only.
He is pulling through, sources say. Everyone is worried about production. All the women were flying in for filming today. So we got some issues with Pilot Pete.
What if some of the chicks said, too ugly, I'm out?
Oh, God, no.
Oh.
Pilot Pete, what's that scar?
I loved you. I don't know what happened.
22 stitches, Pros. That could go from
how many
forehead
stitches?
to chin.
2?
22.
Oh, 22?
That's all.
He's mangled. He's
It's
mangled. Pilot Pete is mangled, Beef.
It's a lot.
Beef,
His
is there
beautiful face.
Will someone be stepping in for Pilot Pete?
His beautiful face.
His beautiful face has been mangled. We're going to get a new one. Not good for ratings.
Can't have mangled Pete.
Mangled Pete.
Mangled Pete.
Just wanted to get that in.
He's not an animal, Dan.
No.
Apparently,
He's a human being.
it's trending online that everybody knows somebody who tackled somebody, so we can't read them all. So shout out to all you whose brother tackled Derrick Henry.
I want to hear a couple. Give me a couple. I like those.
Hit it.
Here we go. My son-in-law played middle linebacker for Bowles. He lowered the boom on Derrick Henry.
Yeah. How about that?
I had another one, but we've had so many. It was down there. Somebody picked off
Tim Tebow.
Peterman or somebody.
Yeah.
Kyle Parker. I don't remember.
Shall we dance?
Come on.
Number 4.
Let's keep it trucking.
Brews with the Z's now Brews with a 3, by the way. So for all your tailgating needs, get those growlers to go. They got unbelievable selection. If you're a beer lover, then you're going to love Brews. Go to brews.beer online and find out more.
You're darn right. Number 4, guys, keeping it rolling. Last night, Twitter and the entire city of Philadelphia, frankly, wasn't ready for it, Dan.
What happened?
They couldn't prepare for it. They hadn't seen it before.
What do you got?
When it's like a shooting star or a unicorn or a dragon, when you see it for the first time, it's so majestic. It's so beautiful. You almost don't know what to do. You jump up, you scream, you run through the streets.
Wow.
Your mind boggled. Dan, last night,
Yes.
unbeknownst to all of us, Ben Simmons hit a 3.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now, am I to understand
Yes.
that he has never
Correct.
made a 3? How long has he been in the league? 2 years?
I don't even know if he's grazed the rim yet, Dan.
But hold on now.
Wait a minute.
In fairness, he hasn't shot many.
He hasn't shot a lot.
0 for 19.
Yeah.
All time. Playoffs, preseason, postseason.
How many years has he played?
God, more than 2. He's been in the league 3, 4, 5 years. Now, he missed a year. I'd say he's played 2 years maybe and
wanna
sat
say
He
one.
was the number 1 pick of the 2016 draft.
Yeah, so 7, 8. Yeah, 6, 7, 8,
2
9.
years. 2 years.
Well,
He's played 2 years.
he just said he was in the 15 draft.
16 draft.
And he missed a year.
2016 draft. So,
So he missed 16, 17, played 17, 18, and 18, 19.
Yeah.
correct.
And he's never made a 3.
Never made a 3-point.
Well, he has now. Made one last night. Oh,
Last
yeah.
nights didn't count.
No, but he's never made one preseason,
Yeah, that's
postseason, at
counting
any
everything.
point.
He's only tried
Has he
19.
ever made one in practice?
Probably.
Maybe.
How bad? Listen, I don't care if there's only been 19. We would make a 3.
How do you not accidentally make one? You're a pro.
If you played 160 NBA basketball games, would you make a 3-pointer?
Dan, it's why some people are cornerbacks and not receivers. They can't catch.
There's that.
This guy's a great athlete. He can't shoot. What? You want him firing it up? He can't shoot. He's not a shooter.
He's the number 1 pick in the draft.
So
I want
what?
him to learn to shoot.
So was Shaq. You want him shooting threes?
Yes.
That's a little different.
Not much. About 3 inches.
He's a point guard.
Yeah, but he's not a shooter.
He brings the ball up.
A lot of point guards
They
don't
lay
shoot.
off him.
That's correct, and they lay off for a reason because he can't shoot.
That's fair.
He's never made a 3.
Well, he has now, but not in regular season, no.
Has he made one in practice, yes or no?
Yes, he has. Probably many. He's probably made them right-handed and, two-handed and blindfolded.
The experts swear that if Ben Simmons can shoot, they'll win the world championship.
Well, he'll be much better.
That's what they say. Is that true?
Of course, the experts also told me as I was watching NBA Network last night that this rookie for the Sixers is a Giannis stopper. Guy's the MVP. This guy's a rookie.
Giannis stopper.
I doubt he's a Giannis stopper, but
Giannis
we'll
stopper,
see.
man. Shut him down.
Is this
Thibault, whoever Thibault is.
Is this the hit song Blow?
It is, Dan.
Beef, can I take a second here and
Please.
issue a complaint about the radio station?
Complain it.
And I love the radio station. This is home. This is home.
Is this about a specific person or just a general
It's
complaint?
about a specific piece of equipment. It's
Okay.
this windscreen. Now, normally we get mad because they're disgusting.
Yes.
This windscreen is lovely.
Pristine.
But it has this eau de cologne on it that is driving me nuts.
Well, mine's
Oh,
gross.
no.
I'll switch with you.
Eau de toilette.
I mean, bro.
Is that
it's like
Drakkar
Get Smart
Noir?
John's been rolling around with it.
Who had the cologne
right.
on last night?
Which one of the
somebody have a date?
Night crew,
I don't know.
Denny or Big Game, is rolling around in the eau de toilette?
I'm not sure.
Because it's
Who sits on which side?
I'm
You don't
not
know?
sure about the seating assignments during the
I think
sports
Denny
den.
sits over here. I think
Yeah.
he sits in front of the.
Yeah.
But I don't know that for sure.
So you're
But
saying
I've
maybe
never-
it's James with the smell goods?
Well, I've been around Big Game James a lot. I've never noticed a cologne, so
No.
that's
Maybe he had a date.
Maybe
Is
they
it
had
someone else? Is it someone from the afternoon?
Maybe they
Maybe
had a
it's date
guest.
night.
Is it a Lunch Bunch character?
Could be.
I don't know of anyone here other than Get Smart
Well,
John who
keep in
wears
mind,
cologne.
guys, last night, by the way, it was Tuesday. You know what that means?
The girls?
Heel tones.
Maybe it was a heel tone.
Maybe it was
Could
a
it be
heel tone.
perfume?
I don't know. Come smell it.
Ah, that's kind of gross.
Well, you have to do it.
Spittling.
Take the 3-foot walk. It's frustrating because it's bothering me. And you can smell it.
Yeah, that's perfume.
That's perfume.
Perfume.
It's one of the ladies.
It's one of the gals.
Damn the heel
Disappointed
tones.
that you don't know the difference between the perfume and the cologne.
I don't know, bro.
Number
I'm with
3.
you, Dan. I don't know.
Okay,
I just see everyone as people, Jeff.
You do? Yeah, we're all the same.
Male,
There's no-
female.
There's no gender
It
anymore.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, right. That's what
You know-
that's what we're being told.
I don't know.
We're all the same. Just some
along
people
those
have
same
bumps
lines,
and others don't.
ironic you say that.
I say, Drew, if you, whatever you want to be, you
Sure.
On those same lines,
In
guys.
fact, I got you a dress and a shirt. Your pick.
Along those same lines.
Yes, sir.
There was a lot of flap on Twitter yesterday after a letter was posted that was sent by a Penn State alum
Yes.
to Penn State player Jonathan Sutherland.
Yeah.
It's a really,
That was lame
it was
and not good.
Not a very
Does
kind
that
letter.
guy drive a DeLorean? Did he burst through from 1930
And
with,
I
this,
also,
with this hot take?
Well, tell everybody what he said, but I also like the fact that he doubled down on it.
He
too.
doubled down when the media caught up with him, too. So the letter from the guy, some guy named Dave Peterson,
Yeah.
it's a lot of, talking about the athletes today and blah, blah, blah. And he in the middle of it, he says, don't you have parents or a girlfriend who've told you those shoulder-length dreadlocks look disgusting and are certainly not attractive?
Yeah, it's
So, James Franklin had his weekly press conference yesterday.
I don't know why you even
and,
addressed it. Why is this even a story?
Because
he doesn't want Penn State.
Teams all over this.
So James Franklin, during his opening comments of his press conference yesterday, was asked about it among, other topics.
Teams all over this country are the purest form of humanity that we have. We don't judge, we embrace differences. We live, we learn, we grow, we support, and we defend each other.
Yeah.
We're a family.
So does most of
This
the world,
is my
by the way.
football.
Yeah.
This is the game that I love, and most importantly, my players that I love. And
This
we'll
is about a
defend like
hairdo,
sons.
bro. What are we doing? It's about a hairdo. Why do I care? Some backwards guy thinks that he should decide what kind of hairstyle everyone has.
Because
Is there a
because some
bigger-
people don't understand that is a
Well, let them deal with it. Who cares?
Well, he's representing Penn State. He doesn't want anybody to sit there and say that about his team.
Oh, I know. That's just some fan.
Yeah.
That's not some.
No, he's a Penn State guy. The guy who sent the letter says he was a Penn
He
State
worked
guy.
for Penn State?
He's a Penn State alum.
Well, I mean, I don't know why you're responding just to some. I mean, if we respond to every fan snipe and insult, and that's what I mean, I guess that's kind of a Pandora's box. Go on the message board for any college, you're going to find something, off color.
And when they attack our school, what do? We yell and scream and rant and rave at them.
Well,
and that's what he's doing.
I'll tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to make you aware of those kinds of statements that are
They're
made
all
all
aware
over
of it.
the place.
The whole story's out there.
Because my point is, if you really wanted to go like full recon and find Alabama fans saying something stupid and Florida fan, we could.
No, the letter was news. It was out there, so he addressed it. I have no problem with what he did.
No, I don't have a problem.
Well, what are you saying?
It's not a story. They made it a story. You don't think Dan Mullen gets letters from fans saying stupid, ridiculous,
Well, I don't know
racist,
how the letter got
hateful
published. I don't
things?
know that
That's
they
what I
walked
mean.
out and said, look at this letter I got.
Well,
I don't think that happened.
I don't know how newsworthy it is. That's
one of his teammates, Antonio Shelton.
Yeah.
Tweeted out a photo, said, one of my teammates got this letter.
Yeah.
Explain to me how this isn't racist.
Yeah.
Well, it is racist.
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's
Number
so.
two.
I guess my point is with this story, it's so like. It's one thing if that's the common. That's like the less than 1% of humanity, of people.
Y'all
are
take a
crazy,
measuring
man.
stick.
Y'all, yeah.
I would take a measuring stick on that.
75-year-old man and graduated from Penn, not Penn State, and I don't.
Graduated from Penn.
That's what this says.
Makes it worse.
Number
Smart.
2.
That's a smart school.
Number 2, guys.
Yes, sir.
I know you guys love sports movies, and you love these biopics when they come across. So
Yes.
Clint Eastwood's got one for you coming that already has Oscar buzz. It's his latest foray into real life stories. He's telling the story of Richard Jewell. I don't know if you remember that name.
Atlanta bombing.
Yeah, the Atlanta Olympic bombing.
He's the name, and this is what's unfortunate. He was the name. He didn't do it, right?
Right, he didn't do it, but
he was the guy who they said did it.
He helped, and then he sort of became a person of interest, and his name was dragged through the mud through the 24-hour news cycle.
Yes.
And even though his name was cleared, it sort of, the damage was done.
And it's fair because when you talk about the Atlanta bombing, you don't tell me the guy who did it.
Right.
I don't know his name.
I don't know his name.
But
I
I know
who
Richard
Jewell
Jewell
is. Yeah.
He passed away, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure, but I think you're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Clint Eastwood's latest. He's shooting for the Oscars with the Richard Jewell movie. And lastly,
Number 1.
Number 1, much to the chagrin of fantasy football owners everywhere, last night at the Rays game, the Rays, who stay alive, they forced a Game 5 with a 4-1 win over the Astros.
Richard Jewell passed away in 2007.
And, much to the chagrin of many fantasy owners out there, best catch of the year for O.J. Howard happened on a foul ball last night at the Trop.
I saw that.
As a fly ball sailed through the air, and O.J. Howard reached his mitt up there, barehanded that bad boy right out of the air, and just snatched it.
Too bad he can't catch a pass in the end zone.
What is wrong with O.J. Howard?
You have to wonder what's wrong with the scheme, wouldn't you? I mean, is O.J. Howard suddenly not an athletic weapon? It's like, and I think the other tight end for Tampa actually has a couple of
26 catches as a rookie, 34 last year.
Yeah.
And 11 this year.
I guess the fear, the rumor, the word was that Arians didn't really feature tight ends very much.
Who drafted Irv? The Vikings.
Yeah.
Is he doing anything?
Not really.
I liked him too.
Yeah.
We talked about getting him here, right? Irv Smith?
He may come up, yeah.
Irv Smith has 5 receptions for 64 yards this season.
And Rudolph doesn't have anything either. That's another one that's. I wonder if we're to a trend now of devaluing the tight end again, right? Tight ends got really hot there for a while. Seemed like there was a bunch of them catching 70 balls and 10 touchdowns.
Now, Irv Smith's been efficient. He's got 5 grabs on 6 targets.
They ain't throwing it to him.
They're not throwing it to him, but when they do, he's catching it.
Kelsey has 28, right?
Really, the only important thing is
Evan Ingram, Austin Hooper's got a bunch, right?
how many catches does Jason Witten have?
Kid in Oakland's got a lot. Ertz got a lot. These are all names that you wouldn't have expected, you know? Kittle has his fair share. Hawkinson was doing pretty good till he got hurt.
Witten's at 17.
Witten. Get Witten.
Oh, get with it.
Come on, Witten.
That's what's trending, gang.
You know,
Got a couple game fives tonight.
You know, Witten,
buckle up.
You know what Witten has tonight, or this Sunday?
Hairpiece.
The Jets. You know what the Jets do? They don't cover the tight end.
Uh-oh. Time to get fat.
Time to get fat, baby. That's what's trending. Thank you, Steve Boot.
Brought to you by Brews with a Z. Find out more online at brews.beer.
The 1010XL studios are kept clean by Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hi, folks. It's Frank Franchi. Start your college football weekend with Hayes Carline, Lauren Brooks, and me every Saturday morning at 11:30 on CW17 for Saturday Morning Rush. We'll discuss the Gators, Noles, Dogs, and more. Watch The Rush Saturday mornings at 11:30 on CW17.
The Florida State Seminole Report, brought to you by Performance Painting. Quality coatings applied with pride.
November 12th, 2016. That's the last time the Clemson Tigers lost a game in Death Valley. In its toughest test of the season, the 3-2 Seminoles will face a huge challenge going on the road against the defending national champions. The Tigers, who have won the last 4 meetings, narrowly escaped an upset in Chapel Hill, while the Noles had their best game of the season with a win over NC State back on September 28th. With both teams coming off an open week, they should be ready when things kick off Saturday at 3:30.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting. Hey, Icken here. If you're buying a car, you'd never go to a dealership that only had a handful of vehicles to choose from. You want choices, right? You want to be able to compare, see the differences. It's the same with buying a diamond. Every diamond looks nice by itself. It's only when you compare it side by side with others, you see the differences, and small differences in color and clarity can make huge differences in price. That's why you need to shop at Diamonds Direct, baby. Unlike the rest, Diamonds Direct, man, oh man, oh man. They've got every size, every shape, a wide variety of color and clarity grades. Largest diamond inventory in the state of Florida. You can see 15 to 20 diamonds in your price range side by side. You judge the difference and decide what's worth paying more for and what's not. You can see how some diamonds, depending on how they are cut, can appear larger than they actually are. Choices. That's what Diamonds Direct gives you every day. Check them out. Diamonds Direct. Diamonds Direct, all new showroom right there off Town Center Parkway, just left of the Hyatt. Go see our friends at Diamonds Direct.
With football season here, let Gravely Zero-Turn Mowers make your yard look like a field the pros play on. Gravely Mowers, an American workhorse and made in America, are the mowers you want for your next job. Now it's easy to buy your Gravely Zero-Turn Mower with payment options from 0 interest for 48 months or 1.99% financing for 60 months or no payments till April 2020 with approved credit. Go see the full line of Gravely Zero-Turn Mowers at Coastal Equipment.
My name is Janice. I'm a client of Brett Hastings. Brett is the most brilliant, diligent, hardworking attorney I have ever met. He is truly dedicated to his clients and fights for them to the very end. Brett fought hard to win a large personal injury lawsuit for me. They are the very best legal team I have ever met. I would hire them again in a heartbeat.
Learn more at justiceforjacksonville.com. Law offices of Brett Hastings, where the injured find justice.
If I had a nickel for every time my husband asked me to shave his back, I would be one rich lady right now. Although the money would not be coming in anymore because I'm not doing that anymore. He's not worrying about embarrassing unwanted hair anymore. And this is because of Ideal Image Med Spa. By the way, it is Client Appreciation Month at Ideal Image Med Spa. They're celebrating by giving you up to 70% off laser hair removal. Unwanted hair, you know it. It's here, it's there, it's everywhere. But that doesn't mean it has to stay. And you know when you look good, you feel good. When you feel your best, you get more out of life. So that's why laser hair removal is such a great thing to do, not just for women. Guys, this is absolutely for you too. Their simple treatments will destroy hair follicles in a matter of minutes. You're going to save time, money, and save yourself and your loved one from a lifetime of shaving. So call now, 904-652-0652. That's 904-652-0652. Located at the Markets at Town Center, US 17, just south of Orange Park on Fleming Island, and St. Augustine and Diane's Market Marketplace. Medical Director, Dr. Holly Hickman, idealimage.com.
The best of XL Primetime Replay is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, helping you be the best when you play.
Jalen Ramsey posing in an Instagram picture with his agent and Deshaun Watson to try and manipulate the Jaguars and this fan base is worse than even when he gets on a podcast during the offseason telling Taylor Lewan that, hey, maybe one day I could maybe play for the Titans or the Raiders. Screw Jalen.
When you owe the IRS or Florida sales tax and can't pay, contact J. David Tax Law. Voted best tax attorney by Folio Weekly readers and an ultimate tax attorney by the Jacksonville Business Journal. Stop collection action and permanently resolve your tax problem. Peace of mind is only a click or call away. Call J. David Tax Law now for a no-cost consultation at 507-4777. That's 904-507-4777. Online at jdavidtaxlaw.com.
They say time is money, and at Claude Nolan Cadillac, they respect your time and strive to make your every visit a pleasure. Serving Jacksonville for over 114 years, Claude Nolan Cadillac owners come back again and again because you're more than a customer, you're part of the family. And now lease a 2019 luxury model XT5 for $445 a month for 39 months. Visit Claude Nolan on Southside Boulevard or at ClaudeNolanCadillac.com. Beginning lasting relationships since 1905. See dealer for details.
Ever wish a button could undo what you said at the office party?
Ned, my office now.
A button for emptying the dishwasher.
Honey, dishes!
If you have sleep apnea but have trouble using CPAP, now there's a button to replace it. It's called Inspire. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that works inside the body with just a click of a remote. That's right, just a button. If you're struggling with CPAP, great sleep awaits at InspireSleep.com. That's InspireSleep.com. Inspire. Sleep apnea innovation. No mask, no hose, just sleep.
Talk to your doctor to see if Inspire is right for you and review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.
Listen up, Jacksonville. Beaver Chevrolet is expanding and looking for the best of the best to join our family. Maintain your work-life balance, enjoy a positive atmosphere, and earn industry-leading pay. Our WOW opening of the month is for experienced mechanics. How about a $10,000 signing bonus? That's right, experienced technicians can take advantage of a $10,000 signing bonus. If you're ready to join the team, call General Manager Brett Morgan at 904-245-1422 or just stop by Beaver Chevrolet.
Fast, easy, and convenient glass repair and replacement. That's how Lee & Cates does it. Commercial, residential, automotive. For more information and to request a quote, visit leeandcatesglass.com.
Get inside the Gators with the Florida Gator Report with Lauren Brooks.
Go Gators!
Brought to you by Darley's Plumbing, where quality counts.
A big win for the Florida Gators.
Get your Gators on 1010XL. This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
All right, welcome back, 8:36. Good morning, Jacksonville, hanging out here on a Hope Day Wednesday. Surprise, surprise, LeVar Arrington has said the root of the issue in Washington is ownership. Who knew that? But he did say this. You're told not to look the owner in the eyes. You had to address him as Mr. Snyder, even as an adult, and you were not of a certain level or stature. You were told not to look at the owner. Now, who would say? I need to know who would say that. Can that possibly be true? You're told to not look the owner in the eyes? These details are a little hard to believe, according to Pro Football Talk, but Arrington is far from alone in thinking that Snyder himself is the real reason Washington has won only one playoff game since he bought the team. There's no question about that. I mean, Daniel Snyder. Now, I will say this. Daniel Snyder has tried all different kinds of coaches along the way here, and none of them have seemingly
He's thrown
worked.
every dart at the board.
Right. He's thrown every dart. But
retreads, old guys, college guys.
But the one that I don't get is you're told to not look the owner in the eyes. Come on. Really?
Is that real?
That's what LeVar Arrington says.
Yeah, boy, that's kind of an old narrative about 20 years ago.
So he bought the team in 1999.
Yeah.
They've gone to the playoffs.
Once. One game. Brunel.
No, they've gone.
Oh, gone.
But they haven't, they haven't
They won one.
They won one. They've gone 5 times.
And then the other cat, what's his name?
Bruce Allen.
Bruce Allen. I was going to say George Allen.
Him too.
I mean, you want
Is
to
he
talk about
George Allen's son?
He might be.
I think he might be too.
You want to talk about looking like a buffoon?
I thought more was made of that than it was.
Yeah.
I don't know what culture means. That's such like a catchword. What does that even mean?
You have a good culture when you're winning. You have a bad culture
Yeah,
when you're losing. So when you're losing,
And that's not necessarily true because I'm not so sure that our team has always had a good culture when they won and a bad one when they lost.
Well, I'm just saying that's how it works.
Yeah.
And so he comes out and he goes, and not only did he say we have a quote damn good culture.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Well, here's
the
what
Washington Redskins are a joke.
Well, what do you mean by this would be interesting. I wanted this because I heard this yesterday, and then they debated it on, and I thought it was a little more than what it was deserved. But so what? Define for me culture. Like, what's a sports culture? What's the culture of an organization? What defines the culture?
Well, you want your culture. You have to have a mission statement, and you have to define the culture. But if I wanted to have a great culture, I would want one where we understand that this sport is more than individual. It's all about team, and we're going to all work together. And, what's my job? My job is to make everyone around me a better football player, better teammate, better individual. Those are the kinds of things I'm looking for in terms of a good culture.
Isn't a bad culture usually manifests itself like in egregious public things, whether it's infighting?
I would say the Jacksonville Jaguars last year had a bad culture.
Yeah, and they may have not had a great culture the year before, to be
Yeah,
honest with you. The winning masks any kind of...
Well, that's what I said. If you win, you have a good
Sure,
culture. If you lose,
but
you
I
have
don't
a
know
bad
if
culture.
I think... Well, I guess
you can get caught up in
Well, that's what I
culture
mean.
matters and doesn't matter, but the bottom line is the New England Patriots have an unbelievable culture. Because
it's a dictatorship, but yeah.
And it works.
I guess
and for the greater good,
when
that's
Alan
the way
said
it is.
that, he could be referring to they have all those things. It's just the coaching is not making the right decisions and the mistakes are happening.
Yeah, I don't think
If you have an organization where guys are pushing each other, where they get along, where there's mutual respect, you just might not be talented enough. So that that could be a separate deal. I just thought that they focused on culture as if he was saying we're winning and we're talented. Those things they might not have.
Yeah.
Of course, fans don't care if you all get along.
Now, in fairness, they have had a lot of injuries.
Yeah, and I guess what happens here.
But here's there's a real simple with the Washington Redskins. They let Kirk Cousins go. Big mistake.
And even though he hasn't, actualized anything where he was. And I don't know how big the mistake was if Alex Smith doesn't get hurt, right? If he doesn't snap his leg in 100 pieces. They were getting similar play and production out of Alex Smith.
9 head coaches in 20 seasons. Not good.
Callahan will be the 9th.
Yeah.
When he bought the team, Turner
Is
was
Callahan
the head coach.
the official guy or just
Well, he's the interim. He's had 2 interims.
That Callahan's coached everywhere, man.
Norv Turner was the guy when he bought the team. Fired him in his second year under Snyder. Terry Robisky interimed. Marty came in for a year. Spurrier for 2. Gibbs for 4. You forget Jim Zorn for 2 years. 4 years of Shanahan, and then 5+ with Gruden before
Here's
the
where the Redskins are stupid. They draft RG3 and Kirk Cousins in the same year, first and fourth round. It turned out to be a brilliant move because, so we ride the excitement of one great year with RG3, and then, Shanahan has him killed, and he's never the same again, right? So the next year they bottom out, and they go 3-13, and RG3 is hurt, and Cousins takes over, and they got to a playoff. They got to 2015. They went to the wild card, and they lost to the Packers, but they made it, and you think you're building something, and they don't want to pay the guy. Well, Cousins is a little bit of an enigma, but he does have I guess you thought you'd get Alex Smith, and he'd be okay, but he was older, and now he's done because he snapped his leg in 17 places.
Apparently.
So, I don't know.
And it doesn't, it's early. The quarterback hadn't played to rave reviews since they drafted him. That's kind of what you need, right?
Oh, Dwayne Haskins.
I guess you forget this. This comes from a Redskin fan, but they were 6-3 in first place when Alex Smith got hurt.
Right.
You just said that?
No, I know that.
I knew they were good. I didn't know
Alan
that
said.
good.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no, I get it. Injuries do play a part, but
I was just quibbling more with. I don't even know what culture means. When he says they have a good culture, I don't think that makes him an idiot. Maybe.
Okay, I would say this then: if you were 6-3 and you had injuries, then why'd you fire your coach? It's not his fault. You know,
I guess just to,
You expected
you get to
more?
a point. You get to a point.
Yeah.
Right, where fans just, regardless of how good a
Yeah.
coach is, there comes a time where
Yeah.
we need a new voice, new
Yeah.
face, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Who
Who would take that job, by the way?
Probably a lot of people.
You think?
Yeah. Only if you can.
Not
only if you can look the owner in the eyes.
Not Mike Tomlin. Listen, if you're Zach Taylor, you take the job. And how's it going to work out for Zach Taylor in Cincinnati, who's 0-5? So you're not getting it'll be interesting to see. That, like Beef said, they've tried every kind of coach. Shoddy, and even brought Gibbs back, and Spurrier, and, you can go down the list of all the different coaches that they've had. Jim Zorn, Shanahan. None of those guys have worked.
Spurrier?
Oh.
We have breaking news, guys.
What do you got?
You were wondering where the Jags are going to make a move on a tight end.
Yeah.
They have.
Oh, yeah.
He's back.
Ben Koyak.
The Koyak attack.
Is he back?
He's back.
You know what's sad about that? Never knew he
Ben
left.
Koyak, you just can't kill him. Welcome back, Ben.
He's like the Cardinals.
Welcome back. I mean, you threw the breaking news jingle in for Ben Koyak.
I honestly could not have told you Ben Koyak wasn't on the team. I mean, what?
I'm frustrated with you right now.
I'm teasing.
Not you. I want to go back and through the annals of Ben Koyak.
Oh, please. Let me give you the annals of Ben Koyak. Touchdown against the Bills in the playoffs. And this concludes the Ben Koyak report. Koyak was what? 5th, 6th rounder? Was he late? 7th?
Koyak has been around since 2016. It's now 2019. He had 19 receptions one year.
Did he? Is that a lot? That's one a game.
2016.
19.
That was just 7 starts,
He
okay?
says with such joyous, surprised glee.
Even caught a touchdown.
Playmaker. They keep liking him. I mean, maybe they figure he's on the Oshag Hennessy
He
plan.
knows the system.
By about year 6, you catch 40 balls.
I'm looking at his transaction history.
He's a 7th-round pick.
Jaguars cut Ben Koyak. Jaguars signed Ben Koyak. Jaguars cut Ben Koyak. Jaguars waived Ben Koyak.
They haven't really. The other teams haven't really jumped in for Ben Koyak.
Jaguars plays Ben Koyak on IR. Jaguars waived Ben Koyak. Jaguars re-signed Ben Koyak.
Well, Ben's back. He'll be available in the locker room today. It's media day. I don't know if you know that or not. You can go get Ben Koyak today. He's back with the ball club. So good for him. Anyway, they obviously needed to get somebody because Oshag Hennessy is out for the year.
Bad news for that handful of people that were clamoring for Ben Watson.
Yeah, I've never got on board that train. That 38-year-old train's creaking into the station.
Yeah.
Let's get Joe Yu in here. I know he's been dying to address you since yesterday.
Yeah, now he can talk about the 504 after we talked about the 305.
I do it for the culture.
We did the 305, but now we can talk about the 504.
I do it for the culture. And Saints coming to town. It's just so much excitement in the city. You know, in the NFL, we've had arguably the most exciting offense the last 5-10 years since Sean Payton got there.
I need to ask you some questions.
We haven't had the most exciting offense, arguably.
No. I need to ask you about your fandom here. You're
my fandom?
Yes, you're a outstanding citizen of Jacksonville, FLA.
Absolutely.
Right,
leader in the community.
You are. You've been serving and donating and working in our community for many years.
Since 2002.
And we appreciate all that you do away from your Miami Hurricane fandom. And yet you'll be wearing what on Sunday at the stadium?
Black and gold, my Reggie Bush jersey. Yes, sir.
Reggie Bush.
I love it. I love it here. I pull for the Jaguars.
I know you do. I know you do.
I got to rep the 504.
Have you always
Lawrence made me?
Did you ever, Mike? I think what I'm trying to angle at is: are you more of a Saints fan now because they're good? Like if the Saints were coming in here at 1-4, and they were the Aints, what would you be wearing on Sunday?
I still would be pulling for my hometown. It's Indy. I can't not. Even if we were terrible. And it's funny seeing now that we're good because, this is what I tell the Jaguar fans, just wait. You guys got good so fast. We as New Orleans, y'all just got a franchise. Y'all in the Super Bowl. Exciting. The fact that we suffered so long with that. We had a great defense for a while, but never had an offense. We put up signs in the Superdome that said running shoot Carl Smith. It's just terrible offense throughout the years. So when Sean Payton came, we're throwing the ball downfield. Even if you weren't, it's not like Air Coryell. San Diego was fun to watch, number one thing. And then we turned around, got, those Hurricanes like John Vilma and such. We got a great defense and went to the Super Bowl and won it. And we plan to be back there again.
I thought I rattled him a little bit, Pross.
Yeah.
I always know when I can get to Joe U when he gives me the uncomfortable
And
chuckle.
here's what I was getting into to start the cause. The
Yes, sir.
excitement around the city also has bled over to Smoothie King Arena as we have the most exciting player to come to NBA in the last years or so.
He does look good.
Recognizes that.
Looks like the real deal.
Yes.
Zion City. It's exciting, bro. We deserve that.
Yeah, you give 10,000. I mean, imagine that the Pelicans got more for a preseason basketball scrimmage than the Rays got for a pennant drive regular season game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let me ask you this: why you guys aren't degenerate gamblers, but you know some degenerate gamblers? How did Jags favored over the Saints this weekend?
That's a good question. We brought that up. Thank you, Joe U. We brought that up earlier in the week. I thought that was that is interesting.
That they're favored?
Yeah.
I don't.
It's close.
Neither
Like
of
in
us-
some books, they're like a pick. Some books, it's a Saints.
Neither
it's
of
all
us,
over.
if you had said to us on Monday, Jaguars Saints, give us a line, we would not have said Jacksonville favored by 1 or 2.
No, but if you would ask either, who do you think's winning the game this weekend?
I think we got a shot.
Do you think they're winning? I mean, if you
I think
had
the
to say,
Saints will win.
You think the Saints are winning?
Yeah.
I think the Jags will win, and that kind of shows you it's a pickup game, a pick-em game.
Yeah.
You certainly feel a little less sure watching what McCaffrey did last week, but this is a big week for the defense. I'm gonna walk it back. I was wrong, and you guys were right.
Okay.
On the defense.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't. You can't just expect the 17D. I mean, for me to equate Ramsey, Boye, Gibson, and Church playing like they were with Ramsey. I mean, with Boye, Herndon. Harrison, Wilson is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And we haven't even gotten to the linebackers that had Paul Posluszny and Telvin Smith joining Miles Jack.
Right.
And a defensive line that got a real good year out of Malik Jackson.
Yes.
Who, at his prime, is better than any defensive tackle on our roster. Right?
Yes.
Not named Calais. I mean, Calais I don't consider a tackle.
Yeah.
He was better. Malik Jackson's been more productive than Darius. Or
But Darius
Smith
is a good football player, but he's not the type of player that Malik is.
Yeah, Jackson was much more impactful here. So, the defense has to – and with that admission, there's still enough talent there that if they scheme right, play right, go to the right spot, make the plays, they can still be a good defense. We've seen that a couple times this year. They played good defense against the Titans. Really good defense.
Correct.
And I know the Titans might not be, the Bills just held them to 7-2. I get that. But the Titans have put a lot of points on the Jags through the years.
The reason why I lean towards the Saints is because of that. And because Alvin Kamara is coming to town and the Jags have not shown me that they can stop. Alvin Kamara to me is Christian McCaffrey. I mean, they're the same guy.
They're very, very similar.
Same type of player.
I would, you can't go wrong with either one. I'm not sure I wouldn't take Kamara over McCaffrey, and that's after watching what McCaffrey did last week.
Right. So, it's but if you can win the game and get to 3-3, then you got a real chance to stack some dubs, and that's what they need to do.
Sure. And, we still have to find out if there's going to be a home field advantage here this year. We don't know that yet. We had one game that got sideways.
Yes.
We played one other home game, and it was a big advantage, but it was a primetime game.
Yeah.
It was a Thursday night game, so let's find out
I'm curious, too. Like I said, I think we said this yesterday, but I'm curious to see the stadium on Sunday. I know there'll be a lot of Saints fans, and that's fine. I don't mind that. I don't get carried away with that. But I want to see if there's that. Look, I think there's a much more buzz because of Minshew now than there was at the beginning of the season, even though we had Foles, which is kind of odd. But part of that's the Jags' fault because they didn't show us Foles at all to give us any reason to get excited. None of us, none of the regular, hardcore fans were excited because they go to practice and see Nick Foles. But I mean, it's all of a sudden you trot him out. There's a game. There wasn't the buzz here, and we were coming off such a disappointing year, so there wasn't the buzz. Now Minshew. And the way he's played and the way the offense has played has brought back some level of excitement. And I think more people will want tickets for Sunday than previously. But I'll be curious. I don't know what the numbers are. But I do think we'll do I do think even though we are 2-3, the Jags are 2-3, I do think that we'll have a nice crowd on Sunday. I'm curious to see
I think so. Well, I mean, I think we feel better about this football team, how they played the last 3 weeks than we did, after the 0-2 start, right? And since the Jags left, they went on the road. They've gone 1-1. They beat Denver. They lost to Carolina. Here's another thing that's encouraging, except for that train wreck of a first game. And, man, we should have that one back. You see that Kansas City's not unstoppable.
Right.
Denver Indy just stopped them in Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
But throw away that train wreck of an effort.
Yeah.
And this team's been in every football game.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, it's true that they could be 4-1. They could also be 0-5. Well, they won the Tennessee game.
Yeah.
They could be 1-4. They could be 4-1. They could be 1-4.
Yeah.
And when you're like that and you're good every week, then usually you get your turn to get the victory. And so hopefully that's coming up this week at the stadium. Should be a good game with the Saints. Looking forward to it. Let me tell you what, your dog probably doesn't look forward to going to the vet, right? And I mean, sometimes they even sense it, don't they? They won't even get out of the back seat. Pet Paradise is going to change that for you.
Welcome to Paradise.
Pet Paradise is going to be paradise for your pet. It's going to be paradise for pet owners because of so many reasons. One is just the convenience. There are Pet Paradise locations now, 4 or 5 around town. Go online at petparadise.com, see what's nearest you. I know we've got University. We've got one over in my neck of the woods on Racetrack Road, one coming Beef's Way. There's one out by the airport, very popular if you're going out of town. But if you've never used either a boarder or when you go out of town, listen, maybe you're going to have a home improvement project. Let the dog go over to Pet Paradise for some day boarding. They have every service, and they just do it better. I was talking to the owner and GM over there, the president, and they designed a Pet Paradise like they think a dog would like it. So your dog may not come home with painted nails and wearing a bow tie, but it's going to come home happy and worn out because he's had fun all day long at one of the many Pet Paradise locations. So find out for yourself. Go to petparadise.com, set up the compatibility appointment there, and know that your dog is always being taken care of like it's their own. It's Pet Paradise at petparadise.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Now, the Performance Painting play of the game.
You gotta claim it!
Performance Painting. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Jacksonville wasted no time in responding to Carolina's first quarter touchdown. The Magical Stash and DJ would connect on an insane 37-yard touchdown pass to tie the score at 7 in the opening period. This duo continues to give highlight performances and make jaw-dropping plays. And the 37-yard touchdown is your Performance Painting play of the game.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference.